What happens after the hero's journey ends? Most fantasy stories focus on the great battle, the clash of good and evil, the trials of friendship, and the triumph of a hero. But Frieren, this manga slash anime, asks a different question. What happens after the final boss is defeated? What becomes of the heroes when peace returns? Most importantly, how do we deal with the passage of time, memory, and loss? Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, written by Kanehito Yamada, illustrated by Suka Abe, begins where most stories end. The Demon King has been defeated, the hero's party returns home, the world is safe, but Frieren, an elven mage who lives for thousands of years, watches her human companions age and die. To her, 10 years, the time that they spent together, was a blink of an eye. To them, it was truly a lifetime. This is where the true journey begins. One of the essential messages of Frieren is how differently we all experience time. Frieren, as an elf, barely registers the passing of decades, but her human companions like Himmel the hero live, age, and die within what she sees as fleeting moments. It's only after Himmel dies that Frieren begins to grasp the depth of their friendship. She didn't realize it while it was happening. This speaks to a very human experience. We often don't appreciate the value of time with others until it's gone. Frieren's story is in many ways a quiet tragedy, but it's also a chance at redemption. Another theme the manga explores is memory and how we remember people who are gone. Frieren carries regret that she never got to truly know her friends, that she never asked the right questions, that she never said enough. But rather than wallow in that regret, the story shows her moving forward, slowly, gently, seeking to understand humans, to connect, to remember. Every step of her new journey is filled with the echoes of the past, and that's one of the manga's most beautiful messages. We don't have to be defined by what we missed. We can choose to remember, to grow, and to be better. Frieren is quiet, introspective, and in that silence, it gives space to grief. Not as a dramatic outburst, but as a slow, persistent process. We see this not just through Frieren, but through other characters like Fern, a war orphan, and Stark, who deals with the shadow of fear and failure. Everyone in Frieren is dealing with loss in some form, whether it be of people, of time, or of purpose. But the message is clear. Moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It means carrying the memory with you and continuing the journey. At its heart, Frieren is about human connection. Despite being immortal, Frieren learns what it means to be human through the people she meets. She learns empathy, she learns grief, she learns joy, and through her, we're reminded it's the small moments that define a life. Sharing a sunset, laughing by a campfire, remembering a friend long after they're gone. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, isn't your typical fantasy. It's a story about endings and what comes after, about time, memory loss, and the quiet beauty of understanding others. It reminds us that even if we live forever, it means nothing without connection. Maybe, just maybe, the true adventure is learning how to say goodbye, but still being able to keep walking forward. Thanks for listening. If you're in such like it did me, let me know your thoughts. Until next time, cherish your journey and the people you meet along the way.